Hello, good day to you folks, and welcome to this week's edition of Transformer of the Week, where I'm gonna be finishing off the March of Megatrons. It's the last Transformer of the Week in March, so we're going to be looking at my favourite iteration Megatron, my favourite toy, the favourite toy Megatron that I own, my favourite Megatron toy, possibly my favourite iteration of the character. Yeah, I'll say that. Let's just throw that out there. But beforehand, be first. Beef. I'm going to make some beef today. It's going to be good. Before all that, honourable Megatrons, honourable mentions. Megatron mention. First up, this guy. This is the War Within, something dark, energon, splashy, whatever, Megatron. Great figure, got some really nice articulation, got really good stance. Yeah, he looks really well. He's got a bit of a hover tank he transforms into, and it's a bit of a convoluted transformation for what is essentially just a bullshit mode. So yeah, he's alright. His fusion, his cannon is amazing, but overall he's just a little bit too wee for a Megatron. He's a tiny Megatron. He's a tiny Megatron, deluxe size. So yeah, he's nice, but he didn't quite get a video of himself. If there's more weeks in March, he might have done. But there's already a 5-weekend month, so yeah, what can you do? And this guy, I've only just got this guy on the TYSYC YouTube friendly Facebook community, and Dorian Vigadev was selling some stuff, and I purchased this off him. Well, this is the Beast Wars. This was from a 2-pack with Optimus Owl and with it's this alligator Megatron, and he's quite cute. He is very tiny for a Megatron, but you know, one step changer. Look at that. He's cool. He is cool. I've always wanted this one for a while because I do like my Beast Wars Megatrons. Spoilers for what's coming up next. Yes, this guy. I love this. I love the face on this crocodile. Isn't that amazing? But no, he didn't quite make a video of himself. He does have a detachable weapon that falls apart. So he's got a weapon that changes from his tail into a weapon. There you go. So he can hold a blaster like that. So, but that is a very tiny Megatron. Anyway, yeah. So it's not him. Who is it? Who is it? Who is my favourite Megatron toy? It's this guy. It's Beast Wars Transmetal Megatron. Now look at this gorgeous hunk of plastic. Ah, yeah. Oh yes. Isn't he just? Look at that. That is just so cartoon accurate, that head sculpt. It is just absolutely amazing. I just love it. Yeah, you can see some hands, but other than that, that is all T-Rex, baby. All Tyrannosaurus Rex. He's got that thing where he's got his name on him. The way around. He's got his name on him. It's like that. Beast Wars, the Transmetal phrase was like Beast Wars, like straight going into G2, where they did all the garish colours and, you know, insisted on putting the names on things. So this is, for me, the quintessential Beast Wars, Beast era Megatron. End of season 1, he got hit by a Transmetal wave and converted a load of the characters into these Transmetal, part machine, part creature, organic, mixed fusion, so these went inside out, and the animal mode became machinistic and the robot mode became more organic. And this is Megatron. He's downscaled from the previous Megatron, but he's still, a Mega Class or something like that. He's just like a head or so taller than the Deluxes, and he's got plenty of beefy plastic to him. So he's become this Transmetal character, and I think from this phase, I think in the show, this is when Megatron, when he was in this body, he was at his finest. From season 2 right to the end, towards the end of season 3, and then he got his Transmetal 2 body, which he was a bit more madder when he got that, and it did kind of, the Transmetal body look like Megatron in fancy dress. But this one is absolutely glorious. So, being this Transmetal thing, he's got his nice T-Rex hands there. He's got this tail that has that. Yeah, how many ball joints can we put in his tail? Oh, let's put 2,000 billion, and then it turns its scissors at the end like that, so it can cut people with his pincer scissors tail. Yes, that's what I've done. I've studied archaeology. This is what that T-Rexes had, tails like this, honest. And what they also had was the ability, because it's Transmetal, they've got a tertiary mode of Megatrons. It is by far one of the most insane. So he gets his rollerblades out, and then his thighs pop out, so he can vertical take off. Helicopter Rex, Tirana Helichopper Rex. Isn't that worth the admission price right there? Roller skates. It's a shame they're not actually wheels. If these would have actually rolled as well, that would have been fantangy-tastic. Fantangy-tastic. Oh yes, I like this figure. I don't know if you can notice that. I do really like this figure. So let's transform him, shall we? Somehow. So his tail comes off. We will make use of this later, like we foreshadowed with the basic class Megatron, Alligatortron. So he's very simplistic, really, to transform. It's quite a nice, easy transformation. People mistakenly think that this guy has GPS, gold plastic syndrome. He does not have gold plastic syndrome. For one, he has bronze plastic. He does not have gold plastic. And for two, what you need to watch out for is for this brown plastic. Apparently is quite brittle. It's the brown plastic you need to watch out for. He doesn't have gold plastic syndrome, so people like are very gingerish around the bronze bits, when really they need to be looking out for the brown bits. And I think it's especially this waist joint that can snap on people. So that's useful to know. People use the Transformers wiki. It is very useful for information on your toys and characters and toys of characters. Here we go. So anyway, enough of this waffling. So that's probably the bit that you need to be watch out for. So these flip up. And this flips down, and this flips all the way back there, and that hooks in, and that, my friends, is Transmetal Megatron. Isn't he amazing? Look at that, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, look at this. It's one of those figures that you could look at and go, really, that's a transform? This transforms? Because he's just a perfect, action figure physique. He's got that, he's really well proportioned. He's got all the biceps and elbows and ball jointed arms you want for, he's got a waist articulation, which, we need to be careful with. Oh, he doesn't have waist. He pegs in, so that blocks off his waist articulation. You can unpeg his backpack to give him waist articulation, but for the most part, you peg that in. He doesn't. But he does have nice, strong ratchets, universal legs, a nice knee bend, above the knee bend, so he's got plenty of articulation, and for all intents and purposes, you could You could stick it next to some Master of the Universe characters, and you just think, oh, that's just a Master of the Universe character with big bloody shoulder pads. He's got a bit of a backpack, but the genius thing is, he has a backpack. It's not just like, oh, here's some kibble that forms just a bit of a backpack. It looks like it's a fully functioning working backpack that gives him flight. It's a flight pack. You know, it gives him flight capability. And shows off the rub sign. Rubber it up, dub. Yeah, so he's a Predacon. Spoilers. Absolutely brilliant. So he's got this weapon here, which is the standard Beast Wars things. I'm just going to hold this out as a weapon. It doesn't. Fortunately, his elbow joint's a bit weak. It can hold it at some angles, but a lot of times it just kind of just flops down. But what I found is if you jigger and poke it enough, and sort of like get it shaped up just in the right angles, you can have it tucked up in there, and that gives it that perfect cartoon accuracy on that. It's just, that is just, yeah, it's a bit henky if you look over there, but all in all, look at that. You just have that guy posing around, and he's just like he's just come out of the television screen. And that's one of the things that I love about this guy. Oh, gosh, oh my goodness, look at the time. Spending a lot of time on this guy, but he's worth gushing about. So then he's got his big shoulder pads. You can flip his little T-Rex arms. You can pose them how you like, so you can pretend they come out, swing out as blasters, what they do in the show. But all in all, this is just a fantastic example of Megatron. What I say, I do prefer this over. I know a lot of people like the Transmetal 2 one because it's a dragon, and I like the dinosaur. I like the silly roller skates. But most of all, I think why he beats the Transmetal 2 version to me is just the sheer amount of just posability you can get out of this guy. He's just compact. He's not too big. He's a perfect fit. He's got the perfect size for either putting on a shelf, fiddling around with, or just having in random, just having a play with. I think the Transmetal Megatron he's one of those guys that you need to put on the top of your shelves rather than you find it hard. You need a big tall shelf to get that guy on. This guy, he can fit on a bookshelf plenty. He's perfect book size. So it depends what you want from the Transformer. I think this guy delivers a lot of things, a lot of things, and this is where my jam is. Anyway, like I say, I've waffled on. I've been Bisto Yeti. Richard is also my name. This has been the March of Megatron. Join me next time when it will no longer be March, and so we're free from the shackles of doing a Megatron, and we'll do something else. Another Transformer, no doubt. Oh, will it? Join me next time and find out on Transformer of the Week. Goodbye.